Hey, what's going on, folks? Klutch here, and welcome to the Farm Sim Show, the show where we look at all the brand new mods, the new updates, as well as what's in testing for Farming Sim 19. Today, we've got, 12 brand new mods to look at, as well as 10 mods that have been updated. We'll quickly talk about those, and we're going to, of course, go through the list of mods that are currently in testing for Farm Sim 19. Guys, don't forget, we do multiple videos a day. We do live streams here. Don't forget to click down below on that subscription button. Give that button a click and click the bell as well so you don't miss a thing that's going on over here. So, for today, we've got, like I said, 12 brand new mods to look at. There's a couple that are PC exclusive, mind you. Just be aware of that. We got a brand new map. Iberian Southlands, that's a map from FS13. It goes way back to FS13. We're not going to look at that today, but just be aware it's out there. If you are a fan of that map, it's out now. Also, we've got some global company stuff to look at. MaizePlus Forage extension has been released, so it's the extension for MaizePlus. We have an extension now. We're not going to go through everything on this one. There's too much to talk about in one video on this one, but just know that the Forage extension for this mod is out as well. We scroll on down. MaizePlus has been updated, so if you're already using MaizePlus, it's been updated to go along with that Forage extension. Be aware of that. Also, global company updates. We have a huge amount of global company updates because, well, there's more stuff coming out with global companies. So the latest version of global companies has been released. You're going to need it if you're going to use some of the new global companies mods that are out there. So make sure you update that as well. As far as our other updates go, folks, the SIP Orion, the Massey Ferguson 7700S, the wind turbine. We have the Seasons South Carolina. We have the fermenting silo T800, the animal feed mixers, as well as a Geo for Germany. There we go. So that is pretty much all the updates for that. Let's jump in and go take a look at some of what the new mods are. So let's start right here with the Gorenc Grinder 600. This is a front tiller. It sells for $20,000. It requires 140 to 180 horsepower and a working speed of 14 kilometers per hour, working width of 6 meters. You're going to find this in the cultivator section of your store, and there are 0 options, no colors, nada. That's the Gorenc Grinder 600. And next up, we have the NMC Log Trailer. This is a set of multiple pieces of equipment that are all designed to work alongside the NMC Griffin, which we have right here. So this is a base truck that was released a little while back now, but the NMC Log Trailer Pack comes with, well, multiple trailers and another piece of equipment that'll work on the flatbed of the NMC Griffin. This here is the largest of the trailers. This is the ETT90. We also have the timber trailer as well, which is just a single trailer. This here, of course, is a multiple trailer along with a dolly. Let's look in the store at this product. You're, of course, going to find this in the forestry equipment section of your store. You can see here we have the 4 pieces. This is all part of the ETT90. As well, you have a separate piece here, just the timber trailer. That is just an independent piece. Now, each one of these have their own sets of options that you can change. Now, if we go up to the ETT90, it'll give you most of the options you can see. So, for example, for colorings, folks, they all have tons of options for the lizard coloring, so you can change this to make it look as whatever you like. So if you'd like to go pretty wild with your coloring styles, you can change both the frame and you can change the wheel wells, and of course the rim colors can be changed to whatever you'd like there. Configurations, you've got some options there for the wheels from Lizard, Nokians, plus a lift axle. Flap decal colors, you can see here we can change and add on the NMC mud flaps on the back. And also the decal or decal types, we can change along the side of those as well. There's quite a few options there. And lastly, you get a long load off the back of the trailer. Now, in addition to the trailers, there is also a module. You can add the ETT90 Griffin module to the back of the Griffin like we were talking about. And you have pretty much the same option there as far as colorings go. You can change all the colors to the standard lizard colorings as expected. And there are a couple of design options here depending on what you'd like to go with. So that there is the NMC Griffin Log Trailer Pack. And next we have the Lizard VNB14 Bale Trailer. This is just a small single axle bale trailer, folks. Fairly straightforward here. It has a recommended capacity of 14 round bales. You could also, of course, put some square bales on or anything else you could think of on this trailer. You can see the flat deck on here, but it has extensions around that are kind of open to below. It's not auto load or anything along those lines, but just be aware that it does have strap capabilities. It sells for $4,500. The only real options, folks, are the colors. And there you can change between, well, your rim colors, which are pretty much the whole lizard set, as well as the main color. Once again, the whole lizard set. You do have options for wheels, but it is fairly limited. You have the Nokians, and you also have the Trelleborg with the standard or wides. That is it. That is all. All right, and now we have what I may consider the most universally useful small tractor in Farming Sim 19. I'm not usually much on the Valtra series stuff, guys, but this one is something special. The Valtra N Series has been released. This is an update essentially to, well, we have a Valtra N Series that's currently in the store, but this one here is something special. So right off the bat, you can see we've got a couple options on this that are a little bit different from most. This one's got the rear duals on it. We've got this metallic blue paint job that looks amazing. There's quite a few options. We'll look at that in a second. There's a couple of foldable options. Up, look at the lights up on top. The beacons are foldable on this one. And of course, with the Valtras, you have the option of having the reverse drive on this. So you can see right now we have a steering wheel in the back. We'll talk more about that in a second. Let's jump into the store and take a look at this thing. The first thing to notice in the store, guys, the new Valtra N Series mod is actually $20,000 cheaper than the base game one. So there's no reason not to go with it there. You can see base is 145 horsepower, sell price is 101,800 bucks. Now, as far as color options goes, that's where we're going to start things off. Rim colors, well, standard stuff right there. Very standard lizard type colorings. Now, if we get back out of here and go to our main color, this is where things get a bit interesting. We do have metallic options for a lot of these. And as well, a couple of matte coloring options that are a little bit different, but I'm more interested personally than the metallic colors. I mean, look at that. That looks fantastic. Even a metallic yellow for like a nice gold color. That is pretty cool. Metallic red and the blue, I do like the best. But anyways, there are a few metallic options in here as well. That makes things nice. Now, as far as our wheel brands, you've got your Trelleborg, you've got your Lizards, you've got Midas and Michelin's. Now, the Lizards, they are the tracks. Crawler tracks, that's kind of cool. Look at that. That looks sweet. Now, as far as if we go back into our Trelleborgs, you can see we have our standards. We have our reversed fronts, which is a little bit different from most. You don't see that very often. Wheel weights, you've got wides, you've got duals, and where we go? There we go, the rear twins. You don't have options to have front and rear twins, you just have the rears. But you also have narrows with the twins. That's an interesting option as well. It's not something we see every time. Pretty interested with some of the wheel options on this one. There are quite a few to look at. That's kind of surprising. Anyways, moving along, our design options. Well, we have our standard, and we also have the twin track, which, guys, that adds that rear steering wheel, which we're going to show off inside the cab here. So you're getting an option to have standard or twin track. And then also we have a GPS option to add on to this. Up on the roof there, you can see that gets added on. We scroll on down a little bit further. You have your engine setup. Now, there's quite a few engine setups on this one. From the N34, which is 134, which is 144 horsepower, 145 horsepower. But we can move this all the way up to the N74. There we go. Active 75 with 57 kilometers per hour, 201 horsepower for a small tractor. That's actually kind of ridiculous. Maxed right on out. 102 horse or 201 horsepower, 57 kilometer per hour. Not bad. That's a great deal for a small tractor. That's only increasing our cost by $11,000 as well. Now, front loader options. Yep, you can add a front loader to this. Look at that. That's very cool. Now, also, rear loader. Well, that's different. So we also have an option for a rear loader on this, which coincides with that rear steering wheel. That's cool. We're going to look at that as well. Now, beacon lights. Well, you can add some beacon lights. You can see how those add up on top there. And our warning signs. We got rear triangles. We've got turn indicators. We got the European style badging. Everything for options on this tractor. So let's take a quick look at the interior and fire this thing up. There's a tracked version we just purchased. That looks pretty good too, doesn't it? Not bad at all. Let's jump into the one with, well, we have the rear bucket attached to this. So let's fire this on up. Everything fires up, as you can see. Now, your beacons, well, you can activate them in this mode, but you can also raise them up. So there is that as an option. Now, to switch things around, we'll just activate this, turn our seat around in first person view, and now everything is reversed. So when I hit the gas, if I hit to go forward, well, backwards is now forward. And since we have this loader attached on the back, we can now connect to this, and we have a front loader. That is so cool. That is great. Probably one of the most versatile tractors, especially the small tractors in the game. This has absolutely so many options. 200 horsepower as well when you max this out at $120,000 with all options available right now. Guys, this is a fantastic deal. Fantastic tractor. This is so versatile. And it's a Valtra. I mean, yeah, it's the Valtra. There you go. Valtra N Series. Go download this one. This is a fantastic mod. Absolutely loving this thing. And now for our last mod that's available for all platforms, guys. It's the Easy Sheds Pack. This is it right here. You're looking at it. It sells for 24,000 bucks. I mean, it looks like a normal lean-to type shed. The overhang, only it has a bit of a party trick, and you can kind of see right there that water level looks pretty high. But this will rise up, and now you have a secondary spot as long as you of course don't have equipment that's too high to stick something. So you've got two different options. It's got a hydraulic ramp that moves up and down and gives you more options for storing more equipment, as long as you can fit it in there, of course. Interesting. So that there is the Easy Sheds pack. Now the first of our PC exclusive mods, folks, this is the Hardy Straw Tray. It is essentially a Bale trailer. It has a front turnable axle, as you can see, dual axles on the rear, so it's fairly heavy duty. It's got a couple options for it. It does come without the extensions. It also comes with one extension or both, depending on what you'd like to see. It also has options for two different types of wheels. Pretty minor there. The base price is $8,200. With the extensions, you're up to $10,200. And the last equipment mod that's PC exclusive is the Dezeure Silocruiser SW43. It sells for $65,000. It's a capacity of 39,600 liters. No real options on this one other than just the wheels. So once again, Michelin or Trelleborg, pretty minor there. No color options. It is what it is. Now the rest of our mods are either script mods or some kind of a placeable mod that are PC exclusive. Folks, this here is the Seed Cleaner 1200 LG, as well as placeable rack system for it. Now what this is a seed, well, it's a seed cleaner. It allows you to fertilize your seeds before, well, trying to plant them. This will ensure your seeds are protected and ready for a strong start with greater yield potential. That is yet to be seen. I have not tested this yet. So what it does is you're going to put in some kind of a wheat, a barley, or an oat into this bin right here. You can see currently we have 0 in there. You're also going to put in a special fertilizer agent, the Corteva Lumengen seed treatment. We're going to put into this tank. We can see we currently have 1,739 liters in there. And what you're going to get out is, well, a properly protected and ready to fertilized seed, which shows up in this bin right here. You can see we have some in there. And over out here is where we're going to take it out. So we currently have 7,817 liters ready to go. This little spout right here, folks, it actually changes as well. You can kind of walk up to the side here, move that around, and that's going to change where it goes to. And then you can see off there's obviously they're just much like our global companies. You get an option of seeing everything that's going in. Now, like I said, all you need to do is back up to this. Let's grab this tractor and we'll back this bin up. And from here, you'll want to make sure you have either wheat, barley, or oats, and you can just dump it into the machine. And you can see there, it's fired up. Our products are going up into our seed, and that is going to automatically allow us to, let me just turn this off. There we go. Get some seed out of this machine. Now, it doesn't produce the seed all that quickly. I believe it's roughly 3,000 liters per hour. It has a capacity of 120,000 liters of seed in this thing. It's going to cost you $12 a day, and this price for this is going to be $67,000. Just be aware of that. So that's going to start making a seed at, like I said, a rate of 3,000 liters per hour. So it's not exactly the quickest out there. It's something you have to plan ahead a little bit on, but it will allow you to make your own seed from barley, wheat, or oat. Now the racking system that comes with this mod, well, it's an automatic racking system for the fertilizer, just as you'd expect. This is it right here. You're going to find this in your store. Once you have it, you can just drop it in place and it will be stored onto the racking system. To take it out, you activate the rack itself, the storage rack, much like any of the other storage racks we have. Click it over and then say confirm. You're going to get the rack brought back out, and now you have access to it. So that's just a storage rack for it. Now, once we have a full fertilizer tank that we've just purchased or we've taken off our rack, we can bring this over to the seed machine as well, the seed cleaner, drop it in, and you're going to see this tank is going to automatically load into our bulk tank that's ready to go. Look at that. There you go. Looks good. Very cool looking mod, actually. Now we've got that prepped and ready to go. It holds 4,000 liters in here. Not bad. So that's going to let that make some seed for a bit. We're going to see our seed volumes go up on this side, decrease in this tank here, and of course our fertilizer is going to decrease. When we're ready, we can come and bring our planter or whatever we're going to use to fill our planter with, and it's filled with seed right from this machine. There you go, folks. That there is the Seed Cleaner 1200 LG. And now our last placeable mod, it's a GlobalCompany's mod. It is a bale press, a baler that we can use as a placeable object now. Instead of having to take a baler into the field, you can put this back at your farm and then just bring your loose straw or hay and have it pressed into bales right on your farm. This one has a stacker as well. So the other one will not have the stacking of bales. This one here has a stacker. I'll show you how that works in a second. But essentially what it's going to do is we're going to take our straw or our hay, dump it into the bin, and it's going to make bales for us. You can see right now it's got 2,800 liters of straw that's ready to go. We've got 5 bales currently on the rack. Let me see if we take these top 3 off. We just pick these up and move them off to the side here. Now we should go down to, no, it still says 5. Interesting. I'm surprised that it still says 5. I thought for sure that that would drop down move these right out of the way, but I don't think that's going to drop now. We'll see what happens when we fire this up. It might need to be fully fired up for it to operate. Anyways, let's pull this trailer around and we'll see what happens. Now this is going to make us some more bales, of course. So you don't need to bale them at the field itself. You can just bale it while you're, well, back at the farm. Use a loading trailer instead. You can see here, this volume is going to start going up. You can see how much we have sitting there now. And we max out at 20,000 liters. And it's just going to keep on unloading until it's ready. So we'll turn this off now. Boom. Turn that right on down. And now we're going to start making bales. And for us, it's going to stack them. And in stacks of 4, we have it set to. Now we can bring this up and tell it to stack the number of bales. We can go down from 1 to 4. You can see the actual fill types. And it's going to give you the automatic numbers that it's going to be sitting here at. Now, automatic start is also set up in here. You can switch this on, switch this off, all that fun stuff. But that's pretty cool. Got a 4 stack of bales. Maybe use that with our new straw harvest pack to grab onto these. And then you'll have 4 bales ready to go and be put wherever you want. So that there, folks, is the GlobalCompany's stationary baler for the pack, stationary balers. And for our last mod, once again, another GlobalCompany's we need to talk about. And folks, this one here is designed for leasing fields. And I'm really interested to see how this one works, maybe especially in multiplayer. So it's an add-on for GlobalCompany's. As you can see, it's field leasing. You get an extra option here in the middle now. If you click on this, you're going to see you have a bunch of fields that are listed here. And it should give you listing on which ones are owned, which ones are leased. You can select whatever field you want. And from here, you can lease or you can buy. So once you lease it, it's going to give you the option of leasing what the lease price tag is on that one. So it's going to cost me $13,455 to lease it. But I can lease the field and then take the product off of it. So for the lease, you pay 20% of the regular price of the field. Then you pay 3% of the regular price of the field every day. So it's very similar to leasing a vehicle in that sense, but every day you're gonna have to pay some more to it. So it's obviously long-term better off to purchase a field rather than leasing it. Just be aware of it. So it allows you to lease fields. I'm curious to see how this one's gonna work in multiplayer. That could be for some interesting options. Anyways, so that's all the new mods. Let's go talk about mods in testing. So it would seem that our list here has actually shrunk substantially. There must have been a lot of stuff that has failed recently. They're having some issues with some mods getting through. It looks like seems like it's getting kind of small, but anyways, let's dive into it. Right off the bat, we have, well, for PC, amkar, the BioTech Discinjector, Briri Terminal, Grasslands, Hilken BM 5000, Honey Production, the Pack Bonnel Modulo, and the Universal 650. That's it for PC. Let's move down into what's being tested for console. Here we have the Briri Streetmaster 30, the Case IH56 series, Dreisternhof, an update to the Easter pack, a Farmhouse Doormat, the Fendt 1290 SXD, the Fendt Former pack, an update to Hagenstedt, the Lizard G2, as well as Placeable Ruins, and lastly, the Saphir Plowstar Combi. So folks, that's really it. There's not a lot in mods and testing right now. That list is right down to nothing. And down at the bottom here, you can see, folks, 173 mods waiting to be tested, down from the 200 mark. We kind of came down a little bit there. Average wait time is down to 6 work days. So anyways, folks, that's going to do it for the end of the week for our mods and testing, for our mods, mod hub update, as well as mods that have been updated. Hope you guys enjoyed today's videos. Don't forget, you can check us out at any of the social links over there, from Facebook to Twitter, to come over to our Discord, come and hang out. We'll be streaming sometime this weekend as well, so hopefully we can see you then. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, you know what to do. Slap of the like, and don't forget to subscribe, folks. And if you have any questions, down in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you there. Have a good day, folks, and we'll see you then.